Hello everybody, it is me. Today is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look right here. It was like a very chatty, very rambly, very loud makeup video today, and I felt like really good. I was like, you know what? I feel good, I feel happy. Let's film a video. Like many of my videos, it started out looking a little bit like a hot mess in a bathtub, but it ended up looking like this, and I'm really happy that I created this look. I love the glitter, and I hope you did too. So if you want to see I create this look right here, then of course, keep on watching. Hello, it's me, Anya. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a tutorial. I feel like sort of like very hyped up today. I think it might have been the coffee that I had just now. Well, not just now, just a little bit ago, but I honestly just think that it's just because I'm just feeling very positive today, and I don't think it's the coffee because usually I have coffee and it makes no difference, but today I feel terrific, so this is gonna be hyping me for the entire video, well, hopefully, because I feel really good about myself. But I'm going to be filming a tutorial today, and I decided to break this palette out again. This is the Makeup by Mario and KKW collaboration palette. I believe that this is still available, and if not, the colors here are pretty basic, so if you don't have this palette, you can pretty much probably find something very similar to it in your collection. I have already done a video where I not only swatched this palette, but I also talked about dupes that I think from other palettes that I think are very similar to the colors in this palette. So check that video out. It will be linked in the cards around here somewhere, or I will put it down in this description, or it'll be on my channel somewhere. But anyway, let's just get on with the video. I think I'd like to use this color first. This is one of my favorite colors in the palette just because it's just so warm, chocolatey brown. Kind of like a turd, but nice. By the way, every product that I use, every little piece of information will be placed in the description box below. So if I forget to mention anything in particular, it will be down there. It'll be down right there. Okay, so I'm looking for a matte crease color, and I happen to have just the thing in this palette. This is the Mar palette from ColourPop. This blue color makes me feel warm and tingly inside in like a very sensual way that not a lot of other things can do. But I'm just going to be applying this into my crease using this very teeny tiny brush. I'll call it the Morphe M505. I'm just going to okay, I'm just going to just apply it to my crease and just blend it out and hope for the best. Please work. Please. I'm counting on you, baby. I'm counting on you. God, that's unblended. I'm going to just take this big fluffy brush. Focus on me. Thank you. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend this color out because yes, I do like a lot of blue, but it looks like a little bit too much of blue, and this is a clean brush, and clean brushes are very useful, which is why I have made it a point to try and wash my brushes more often. This was looking like a hot mess, but I have high hopes. I'm going back in with this color right here, and I think I'm going to apply it a little bit over that color. This is looking like a hot mess, but I have a feeling that it's gonna work. I have faith in myself. Believe in yourself. Okay, so this looks a lot more promising than it did 2 seconds ago, which is good. It's definitely very different. I'm going to just take this little dome brush, and it has a little bit of foundation on it. And I'm going to sort of clean up this area right there to prevent me from looking bruised, which might happen. So here's a little tip for you. If you're like me and you constantly find yourself careening towards a metaphorical cliff, is that even the correct terminology? Whatever. If you find yourself looking at a makeup look and being I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. I mean, I think I know where I'm going, but I'm not sure if that's the right path to take. Sometimes it helps by just like switching steps and just moving on. I'm going to do just that by applying some foundation. I'm using the Fiona Styles matte finish foundation concentrate. This is a really nice foundation. I'm just going to mix it in a little bit though with the Wet n Wild Hello Halo highlighter, and then I'm going to apply like this concoction to my face using like a big brush. This one, the Morphe M439. This actually sheds on me quite a bit, and I think it's because I wasn't really careful with how I was washing it like when I first got it. So like now it's shedding and it's irritating, but I'm just going to put this foundation on my face, and I feel like this will help me a lot because I feel like when I have like this one more step completed, I feel like it will help me figure out what I want to do, because I really want to create something like interesting with my eye makeup, but I don't want it to be like a hot mess, and I'm a little bit afraid that it's going to go towards a hot mess, which is not what I want. This is a really good foundation, by the way. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of this blue color, but I'm going to apply it like kind of gently, and I'm going to focus it more in my crease, and I'm going to make sure that I don't blend it out as much as I was doing. In my opinion, this is looking a lot better than it was 2 seconds ago. So I'm going to take this color again on the same brush that I was using, which I'm not sure if I mentioned it. It was the Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just going to sort of like do like a stippling / brushing motion to get this color into my outer corner, because I want this color to be present, but really like this look is kind of all about the blues. And then I'm taking this brush with a little bit of the blue on it, and I'm blending the two colors in together. I think this look is coming out to be like not quite as cookie cutter as looks usually tend to be on YouTube, which I like, because a lot of times when you're watching a makeup tutorial on YouTube, it just tends to look a little bit perfect, and yes, that is due to the skill of the artist that's creating the look, and I do have to admit, I'll be the first to admit that my skills are not nearly as good as some of these amazingly talented people on YouTube, but sometimes I like to sort of like bend the rules a little bit. I mean, it's okay if my eyeshadow looks like a little muddy. It's okay if things are not completely blended, because sometimes I want to create a look that looks a little bit smudgy, that looks a little bit like avant-garde. You know, like I will try very hard to create like a blended, cohesive look, but sometimes I just want to like just be a little messy and just throw colors on my face, and I feel like this is like a little bit one of those times. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with some glitter glue, and I'm using the NYX glitter glue. This is one I've been using quite a lot recently, and I'm actually going to be putting this onto the center of my eyelid, and I'm not going to be applying glitter just yet. I'm actually going to be applying a shadow on top of this glitter glue, because I have been realizing that if you put a glitter glue underneath like a shimmery metallic looking shadow, it can really just grab onto that shadow and make it look so much more intense and so much more beautiful. However, I have noticed that when I'm using glitter glue and if I'm using a shadow over the top, I have to make sure that the glitter glue is very like nicely placed and very blended, and that it's not just plopped on, because I feel like with glitter, like with actual glitter, I can get away with using glitter glue in a sloppy way. But if I'm using shadow, the shadow will grab onto the glitter glue, and you can definitely see the difference if, like, for example, one area of your eye doesn't have glitter glue and the other area does, because the shadow will look so much more intense in the area where you applied your glitter glue. And if you get shadow on your bare skin, if you are doing a look like this and you use glitter glue, then there is a difference between the area that has glitter glue and the area that doesn't, and it's a pretty big difference. Does that make any sense? I mean, I'm going to be using my fingers to apply this color, so I'm just going to take this blue and I'm going to apply it on top of the glitter glue, and look how intense that is. Granted, yes, I did apply this with my finger, and it does help a lot to apply shadow with your finger if you want this level of intensity. I applied it a little bit too far because I wanted to give you guys an example. And yes, I'm not like a super like talented, amazing makeup artist, but if you see, like, this side of my eye has a lot of really intense blue, and this side, I mean, I did apply blue eyeshadow on that side. Oh god, I just got blue eyeshadow on my skin. I did apply that blue eyeshadow here on the side, but you can see that there is a difference between the side that has glitter glue and the side that doesn't, right? So when you're doing glitter glue and when you're applying glitter glue and when you're using glitter glue with your shadow, make sure that you know exactly where you want the shadow to go, because otherwise you will get this line, which doesn't really matter in this case, because what we can do is we can take this color and we can just apply it on top and fix the situation, really. But I just wanted to show you what happens if you're a little bit not careful with your glitter glue. I mean, that's just a tip that I sort of discovered myself, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm going in with like this little itty bitty brush, and I'm going to dip into this color again. I mean, honestly, I've only been using these two colors so far, and yes, I'm going to use more colors from this palette, but I'm a little basic today and it's okay. So I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line, because I'm thinking I do want to make sure that this color is a part of this look, because the top lid is like almost completely blue, and that's nice and all, but that's not really what I was going for. I'm just applying a little bit more of that tan color there, but I want to apply some more of this color down here, and maybe I'll apply some more blue, but for now I'm using like this little itty bitty brush, and I'm sweeping the color so it's kind of like there on the lower lash line. Just putting a little bit more color on the outer corner. Going back in with this brush, I don't think that there's a lot of blue left on this, to be honest, but I'm just going to be taking it and using it to diffuse that little edge. Let's try and be very precise. Then I'm taking this brush right here, this little tiny itty bitty brush that we all know and love by now, or at least I do, and I'm going to be taking this color from the ColourPop palette and just carefully diffusing that into my lower lash line. The main reason I'm doing this is because I want to tie the top and the lower lash line together, but I definitely don't want to apply too much blue, because like I said, I want my lower lash line to have some like brown going on. I never thought I'd say that, honestly, but in this case it is true, because like there is so much blue on the top lash line, and I want there to be like a hint of tan. If you love doing eyeshadow and you really love doing like a lot of detail work, I highly recommend getting yourself at least one really small fluffy brush that you can do some like precise blending work with, because you really don't realize how much help like a really small brush can be, because I use this brush so often. I use it like more often than like my big fluffy blending brushes, honestly, and it doesn't have to be like this one. It can be like something like this like other little bitty brush that I was using. This is one that I got from like a Makeup Academy palette, and I just kept it, and it's like a very cheap, like really dinky looking brush. I'd never buy it by itself, but since it wasn't a palette, I do use it pretty often and I really enjoy it. So get something like, make sure you have like a small like itty bitty fluffy brush in your collection, at least one, and it will help you so much. Look at my fingers, like they're completely covered in eyeshadow, like yeah, this is how you seduce someone. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with this color right here, and I'm going to use like my little finger. This is my clean hand at this point, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that and use it to highlight my inner corners. Kaboom. question of the day. Should I use glitter or should I not use glitter? I think looking at this look that I really do want to use glitter just because I feel like it would tie everything together really nicely and I feel like it would honestly look a lot better. So what I want to do is I'm going to take like a very like, this is like this Revlon Photo Ready eye art thing, and you can really use like any kind of glitter you have. I'm just using this because it actually looks, it's like this like really nice turquoisey looking glitter. So I'm gonna put this like mostly close to my inner corner. It looks even better than I thought it would. So I'm going to be putting on some mascara and false lashes really quickly. I have lashes on right now. I kind of feel like my hyperness is decreasing and I don't want that because I don't want to end this video and be like, I'm just putting on mascara and I want to stay energized. Come on, baby. Lower lash mascara, babies. Yes. Why am I like this? Honestly, like lower lash mascara, to be honest, it doesn't make a big difference, but it makes enough of a difference that whenever I don't have lower mascara on, which doesn't really happen that often anymore, but whenever I don't have lower mascara on and I'm looking at myself in like footage or in a photo or like in person, I'm like your lower lash line is disappearing. So it's like now, no matter what, I need lower lash line mascara. I need more. I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Yes, I'm so boring, honestly. Like, okay, see, here's the thing. I have mentioned this before in several videos, but when I am like looking at makeup and when I'm looking like at what to like get, and I don't get a lot of makeup very often. I mean, I just tend to use like amazing products that I really love and I just tend to use them over and over, right? So I don't get a lot of new makeup very often, but I'm much more tempted to like get like eyeshadows and lip products a lot more often than I'm like tempted to get face products. Like right now, I can't remember the last time I bought a face product that wasn't a foundation that I had run out of, because I mean I'm weird like that. I don't know why, and I think that's because I just see things that I like and I know that they work for me, right? And so whenever I'm creating a look, I don't want to worry about like, oh yeah, am I putting on too much bronzer? Does it look too much? Because I know that this bronzer, for example, it's like this perfect like blendability, perfect color, and perfect, well, formula that even if I'm putting on a lot, it doesn't look like a lot. It's very difficult to overdo something like this, and I mean, I really like it a lot because I mean, I can get very carried away with this. A lot of times you don't see like just how much I put bronzer on because I edit it out sometimes because it's that long, but I put on a lot of bronzer and I put it on pretty heavily. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to be using this highlighter right here, and I was looking, okay, I just dropped another brush. I was looking through my makeup collection and I realized that I hadn't actually used this highlighter in a very long time, and I think it's because it's a white highlight and I was kind of worried that it would be too much. But what I think I'm going to do today is I'm going to use this fan brush. This is from Smashbox. But I'm going to, hold up, I'm going to just try and see if there's a way I can apply it to make it look like really smooth and really pretty. So like what I'm doing is I'm sort of like applying it using this side of the brush, and then I'm like gradually like moving the brush down so it looks like really like, so kind of, the brush kind of blends out the highlight. I'm not even sure if this is working or not. This is looking really light, damn it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to sort of like brush this highlight off a bit. Well, that's not working too much. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm going to scratch everything. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Hello Halo highlights. See, this is why I don't try a lot of new stuff sometimes, because like sometimes I just hate the idea of like messing up a perfectly good makeup look. And yeah, I'm a little too tan for this white highlights, so that's why I'm having issues with it. Well, I think the formula looks really nice and really pretty, but I am really dark right now. Well, not really dark, but I'm darker than I usually am. Where's my blending brush that I want to use for this? This is, by the way, the Morphe E8 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. If you want to know my favorite brushes, and yes, I do like brushes besides Morphe, I do have a video up on my channel. It's a little older, but like almost every brush, I think every brush in there is a brush that I still love and use. So I will mention it down below in the description box. I hope I remember, but I think I will remember since I will be editing this video. And I will mention it down below in the description box or in the cards if I have space in the cards. And what else? And if you want, you can go on my channel. You can just type in like brushes or like some kind of keyword and you will get to see that video, because I talked a lot, and it's a good one because I talked a lot about the different kinds of brushes that I like and what I use them for and all that stuff. So I'm going to be taking this like little tiny brush, which was also in that video, but I'm going to be dipping it into this, and I think what I want to do is I want to use this as a topper for the highlight that I already have. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit, like right there, so it's kind of like makes my highlight pop. Because I really want to use a highlighter, but like I said, I'm a lot darker and I'm a little too dark for this highlight currently, so that was a little bit of an issue. Okay, I love this. This is so much better, yeah. Okay, so for my lips, for my lips, I'm going to be using this. Actually, no. Let's switch things up a bit. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in the shade Innocent. I mean, I honestly just wanted to switch things up a bit because sometimes I look at my videos and I'm like, wow, Anya, you really are a basic person. So this is the ColourPop Matte Lippy Stick in the shade Tootsie. I used this in another video and I kind of fell back in love with this. So I'm going to use this on my lips today. My lips are getting so dry, I have to exfoliate them. I mean, I look at people on YouTube with like lip injections and part of me is like, wow, that looks so good, because I think if you have lip injections or lip fillers, then you don't really get a lot of like lines in your lips. And I already have like lines in my lips, so like part of me is like, oh yeah, I wish I could maybe like, I don't know, try it out. But then I'm like, wait, no, stop. Because like really, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think that there's anything wrong with changing the way you look. I mean, if you really want to do it. But I honestly like, really, I feel like I wouldn't. I mean, I don't even go to the salon and get my nails done because I don't really want to. You know, like, I like makeup because it's so much fun, and I like it because it's interesting, like it's like artistic, and I have fun with it. But when it comes to like everything else, like beauty related, I just don't care really. Like, I mean, I cut my own hair, I cut my own bangs, and I'm pretty sure like sometimes if you are a hairstylist and you're watching my videos, you're like, oh my god, this girl is like butchering herself. But really, like, I'm not that much into like being very high maintenance. I feel like I appear high maintenance to a lot of people because like of the way I kind of dress. I mean, I do tend to overdress for pretty much everything, and I do tend to wear like a lot of like really loud makeup, but really, like, I'm good with like, I'm a very like low maintenance person when it comes to like really almost everything. So yeah, I mean, I just don't look it. So I'm going to be using a lip gloss. This is the Bite Beauty lip gloss, and it is in the shade I don't know what the shade is because they have like the name has sort of like rubbed itself off. I don't even know, but I'm just going to apply to my lips. Something that I want to mention about the Bite Beauty lip glosses is that they are not too glossy. I think if you're looking for a glossier gloss, you should try out like a Buxom formula or something like that. But I really like the Bite formula because if I want to really like add moisture to my lips and I want to create like the sense of like a fuller lip, because I definitely think that if you have like even like a little bit of a sheen to your lips automatically look just a little bit fuller, which I love. I love creating that illusion. So like I just like to apply like even a little bit of a gloss because it's very like low maintenance and it's really easy, but at the same time it really looks a lot better in my opinion than a matte color, completely matte, you know what I'm saying? So that is pretty much the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this little very rambly get together with me. I love how we created this look. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, I really try and make my looks different because sometimes I'm sitting and I'm looking at footage or I'm looking at pictures and I'm like, this look looks very similar to this look, or this look looks similar to that look, and I want to change things up a bit, and I want to always create new and fresh content, but sometimes it's hard. But this time I really like how we sort of created a reverse colorful eye, because usually people apply neutrals on the top lid and they apply a blue or a pop of color in the bottom, which is great. It's something I like to do a lot myself, but this is a little bit different and I'm really living for it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this one tutorial, and if you want to check out my channel, please be sure to check it out. I will have some videos linked on the sides of the screen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.